Hey everyone, this is Joel from Soen, and you're watching Chaoszine.
Hi there, you're watching Chaoszine and we are in Hellsinki Metal Festival. This is day 1 and now we're having a little chat with Joel Ekelöf from the band Soen. Hi, welcome.
Thank you, it's nice to be here. Yeah.
Nice to have you here again. How's it going? Do you have any time to enjoy this nice Finnish summer weekend?
A bit of time, not much, but summers in Scandinavia are good.
They are short, but they are good.
Yeah, this is the place to be, during these 2 months of the year. The rest of the years, you might as well be in some other country.
This is the Meet the Artists series, so the purpose is to have a little chat about you and about being artist and musician and stuff. So let's start with easy one. What is the best thing about being a musician?
Okay, it's self-therapeutic, to go into the big words. I mean, in a way, that's always been my life. When I feel stressed, I start to sing. It was the same when I was a kid. If life was stressful, I started to sing, and that's how I express my feelings and my emotion. That's how I get by. So to be an artist and be able to do this for a living is a blessing. That's the best thing.
Yeah, you can handle everything with that. By being
to me, it's sort of the universal cure. Yeah, it's the only way I know. So.
What is the hardest part of being a musician?
The hardest part with being a musician is that sometimes you have these days when you just want to be a guy that works from 8 to 5 and you want to go home and you want to see your kids and all that. You have those days, yeah. So of course it's a backside. It's when the pandemic came, it was kind of clear to me that mentally I have to do this because it wasn't nice to be home.
Yeah, I guess during the pandemic many musicians really knew that they actually want to do this.
That's kind of
because you can't do that. So
that's the thing, when you take something away, then you realize how much you need it and how much you miss it.
Yeah, let's hope there's no other pandemics.
Yeah, no more.
Soon. What inspires you right now? What is the best source of inspiration?
I guess you mean music-wise?
Music-wise or generally, as a person or artist or musician, however you want to.
At the moment, my biggest inspiration is actually, since we're playing so much, what we do, to see the crowd and to meet their, that's what you get inspired of, and that's what you bring home to the studio when you write. You get that kind of energy, and they help you to inspire you to write new material, and that's what's in the back of your head when you write the music. That you want it to explode when you go out live.
Yeah. What kind of energy does audience give you?
It's so different. You have these outgoing crowds like in Mexico or Santiago where they sort of just give you everything, just pour it on you, which is fantastic. You have the Dutch crowd, they listen carefully, they're very, very intellectual and they don't share that much as a Mexican crowd perhaps, but they listen and they give you great feedback. Then the Finnish crowd, that's they give you love, and Finnish crowds are, you have to deserve them. You have to prove to them that you're worth, but then when you do that, they give you a lot of energy and love back. Swedish crowds are quite hard, you have to, we're still working on it.
Is there a difference between Finnish and Swedish crowd?
There is a difference. I think that the Swedes might have a little bit of the Swedish word is ängslighet. You're a bit worried about what other people should think about you, So when you're in the crowd, you're a bit like you don't wanna be too extrovert. You don't want to make a fool out of yourself as a crowd. You know, so self-aware. Self-aware. I think in Finland you don't care about that. You know, like that much.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, and I say that's a really positive thing. I say that a Finnish person is very honest, and that's why, you know, cut the crap. You know, I am who I am. Don't try to, you know,
That's true.
make it something else.
Let's keep it that way.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Are there some artists you like take influence from, or you look up to, or?
Well, there is a lot of artists, but my childhood hero is Lane Staley in Alice in Chains. He was always my, you know, the god I was looking up to. And then I have all these other inspirations: Jeff Buckley, of course, Freddie Mercury, yeah, and all these great singers. Yeah.
They are like mostly singers that you like look up to or take influence from.
Yeah, and then of course I grew up with, my dad was a big prog rocker, you know, like, so I'm marinated in old Genesis, Jethro Tull, Yes, King Crimson, that kind of stuff. So that kind of inspired me a lot as a kid, you know. That's probably how I ended up here in this prog weird world. Then when I got my own music taste, you know, because this was just what came with upbringing. But my dad brought home Alice Cooper trash when I was 7 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, you know, it just blew me away.
Yeah.
And then I was a huge Alice Cooper fan for my whole, you know, as a kid. I bought all the albums back to, you know, to the start. I remember I was a bit surprised that the old albums didn't sound as good as the new albums, because I didn't know anything about production back then. You know, like, why didn't... But Alice Cooper has always been a, you know, music-wise, that kind of music was very
Alice Cooper
important
is
to me.
amazing. I know. What do you listen right now, mostly? What are your current favorites?
I listen to a lot of stuff. You know, I listen to opera. I was listening to Whitney Houston on the plane here.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sleep Token. I like Architects. I think they're great bands in the same genre. You know, so I listen to a lot of music, and it's sometimes to just relax, sometimes to get inspired.
Yeah, and different kind of bands are good for different kind of moods and stuff.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Are you the kind of person who like finds a lot of new music like all the time, or do you stick to the same bands?
No, I'm not actively searching. You know, I'm not like that. I'm not digging around. But if something inspires me, I'm looking into that. You know, I can listen to a lot of weird stuff just because it's in, you know, and especially when it comes to vocals, then I can listen to crazy, you know, religious American singers just to see what it's about. You know.
Yeah. Do you listen to music like? You focus on the vocals, or is there like another way to listen to music just to, you know, vibe?
But if I listen to the vocals, it's to get inspired. If it's technique, then of course I have to say, you know, yeah, I have good vocals does it for me. You know, if I hear good vocals, I love the music. Yeah. It's such a big part of me that I can't sort of ignore that. You know, I've always been more a fan of music with vocals than instrumental music. But with that said, you know, for example, I love a song like Fifth of Fifth, and it's not much vocals in that. It's mostly, you know, instrumental parts, of course.
What do you think there is still to achieve, like for Soen as a band, but also for you, like professionally?
Everything, you know. Yeah, I have to say that I believe in that you want to achieve things, you know, that you want to go forward. You have to sort of wake up in the morning and feel that you want to make a better album than before. It's got to be better. It's got to be, you know, you want to go on tour and you want the crowd to be as big as possible. I've heard artists that say that, you know, that they don't care or that they want small audiences. Yeah. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You want to do your music and you want to do your thing and you want to do it in front of as many people as possible. That's like, just natural. Yeah,
like you're not seeking any growth, or if you don't want like bigger audiences.
Yeah, like I mean, and that's a totally different thing from being commercial or what you. Because what I read in the word commercial is that you're doing something for someone else. We do the music that we love, and then we're just hoping that as many people as possible likes it.
What is the best thing about your own music?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's not an easy one.
If I think about it, I would say that what is special about our music is that, or that what we want to achieve at least, is that it contains honesty and heart and soulfulness, while it's, you know, we want to create metal, and it's going to be like, it's something that you can just go and headbang to and love, you know. I love that kind of music, but I still want it to be honest and have heart and soul and to really grab you, you know, to feel sincere. So that's why it's not like dwarf metal or you know, dragon metal or something else. I can appreciate that, but it's not Soen thing, you know.
Yeah. But it's the best thing in your music, like the way that it touches.
Yeah, that's hopefully that's the thing, that when you listen to the music, you get like emotionally dragged into it, that it's powerful, but it's also sincere, and that it's, you know.
But if you could do a collaboration with any artist in the world, who or what band would it be?
I don't know. There's a singer right now that is amazing, a guy, I lose control. I feel silly now that I don't remember his name. What the hell is his name?
What do we know about music, you know?
No, but there's so many fantastic, talented people that you want to meet. I'm so happy that we were able to do the duet together with Elisa on the last album.
Yeah.
Italian singer. I've been to Italy a lot, and, you know, she's played there on the radio, and I really admired her, and so it was a gift to be with her. And then, you know, there's a lot of talented singers and bands, of course, that you would like. I was invited to Catatonia with Jonas, and we did a duet. It was called Impermanence, a song that he wrote. That was fantastic, and he's just such a good person, and, you know, you learn a lot by working with other artists as well.
Yeah, and like two great artists doing something, it can be like amazing.
Absolutely.
So it's, gives a lot of possibilities. What is your relationship with touring life? You do a lot of touring, like memorial tour is still, you know, it keeps on giving and stuff. But what is your relationship with touring life?
I'm blessed to be with Soen and to tour with this band, because we're having fun. We try to be as professional as we can. We're old, you know, so we know how to balance a tour and make it fun and productive, you know, at the same time. Mostly it's just a blessing to be on tour. It can be hard sometimes. It's stressful, but it's worth it.
Yeah. So you learn to love it, kind of.
Of course, you can wake up especially on a long tour with a nightliner, you wake up in the bus and you feel like today is not the day that I want to go and perform, but you learn how to work it, you know. And then when you stand there on stage, you forget all about that, and it's just fantastic.
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have time, and do you take time to do stuff, you know, on tours, like see places or do things together? Or?
Yeah, try to, but also you learn with time that you kind of have to, it's sort of, you have to charge your batteries and try to relax. And especially as a singer, you can't run around everywhere and especially not talk all the time with everyone and be that, you know. When you tour with singers are extroverts normally.
Yeah.
But you would see that most singers are introverts in the bus. They cave away and, you know, they stay in their bunks. And that's just how you have to do it if you are professional. To preserve your voice and to preserve your mental health, because eventually, you know, every night you go out there and you have to meet the crowd and you have to give everything, so you have to you cannot go up there and be empty.
How do you like to spend time on tours? Like, do you like just lay down and stare on the roof, or is it like watching movies and listening to music?
Yeah, but it can, you know, it can be. It's actually, I have to disappoint everyone that it's boring. It's a lot of listening to music, reading books, watching movies. That's just what you have to do to stay alive.
Do you have some recommendations? Like, for books or series or something?
I just read an easy read book, Bränn mina brev, Alex Schulman. It's a Swedish book.
Okay.
That was fun. He was good. Now I'm not gonna give you any intellectual stuff here. Just gonna be normal stuff.
Okay.
So the series Mr. In Between, I liked it. Yeah, you want to be, go easy. Some on
You
tours.
need something light.
Yeah, you don't read Dostoevsky on before you go on stage. If some people do, but they get fucking weird, So it's better to keep it light while on tour to try to you need to mentally charge,
What are your hopes for the future in general and what comes to music?
I really hope that we are able to finish our album at the end of this year, and maybe it will come out in 1 year or something, it takes time, and I hope it will be better than ever. I really hope our tours will turn out good. I feel that since Soen is in a good shape and since we're like creative and then I want to tour as much as possible and make as much music as possible while it's still, it's a gift and it can be taken away from you and suddenly it's not there anymore, so you better do it while it's
So
there.
you're working on new stuff now, while on tour?
But every time
Like
when we're
or
home,
maybe in
when we're
between
home,
and-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So where you're going? Is it like maybe first singles next year or something like that?
Exactly. It's probably end of next summer could be.
I'll take that.
Now I have probably revealed way too much, but you made me.
Yeah. But you'll probably come back to Finland then if you're releasing some new stuff.
Of course, yeah.
I'd like to end this with, as we were talking about touring and festivals and stuff, you must have some nice stories from, tours and gigs. So is there anything, fun or terrible that has happened? Some nice, memorable experiences?
Yeah, there's so much, but I can't sit here in an interview and talk about it. You just have to meet me in person.
That's not fair.
No, but I don't have any anecdotes right now. But I actually have, So, but some of them are private and.
Some nice story. One.
No, I can't come up with anything. My head is.
We're gonna have to do another interview another time.
I'll pick you up on that.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
you.